The Catacombs of Paris, the tunnel system that goes deeper than any map shows. The map of the Paris catacombs is a lie. Not incomplete. Not outdated. A lie. Because beneath the tunnels tourists are shown. There are passages the city refuses to acknowledge. Corridors that don't appear in any archive. And chambers that have been entered, but officially do not exist. In 2004, police discovered a hidden cinema deep inside the catacombs. It had power, seats, a bar. No entrances were found. No one was arrested. And when officers returned 2 days later, it was gone. You'll have great luck today if you like and subscribe. And you'll understand why by the end of this video. Because what lies beneath Paris goes far deeper than any map shows. Paris feels permanent. Stone buildings. Endless history. A city that believes it has survived everything. But beneath the streets, Paris has another body. And it's made of the dead. In the late 1700s, the city ran out of room to bury people. Cemeteries collapsed. Graves ruptured. Bones surfaced after heavy rain. So officials did something unprecedented. They moved the dead underground. Millions of skeletons. Stacked. Catalogued. Turned into walls. What visitors walk through today is presented as the catacombs. But it isn't. It's a carefully controlled fragment, less than 2 kilometers long. The full underground quarry network beneath. Paris stretches over 300 kilometers, and even that number is an estimate, because entire sections were never fully surveyed. Which raises the first uncomfortable question. What happens in the parts no one finished mapping? But then everything got stranger. In 1793, a church caretaker named Philibert Espert entered the underground tunnels near Val de Grace. He carried a candle. He believed he knew the way. He vanished. No search parties were recorded. No official alarm. For 11 years, he was simply gone, until 1804. Tunnel workers discovered a skeleton, still clutching a candle holder. Still wearing the same shoes listed in church records. He was found hundreds of meters beyond the mapped passages. The explanation was simple. He got lost. But here's the detail buried in a quarry report few people read. The candle showed no evidence of burning down completely, which means one of two things is true. Either Espert didn't wander in darkness for long, or something interrupted his journey almost immediately. So why was his body found so far away? And what path did he step onto that wasn't supposed to be there? However, what came next defied reason. By the 20th century, a secret community had formed beneath Paris. They called themselves Cataphiles, illegal explorers who memorize the underground like a language. They don't use compasses. They don't trust maps. They follow air currents, wall scars, stone discoloration. In a rarely cited interview from the 1980s, one cataphile described something that shouldn't exist underground. Doors, not gates, not cave-ins, doors with hinges. Officials insist this is a myth, but multiple explorers, decades apart, described the same door, in the same unmapped sector, marked with the same symbol, a circle split by a vertical line. That symbol matches a 17th century quarry restriction mark, used to seal off areas considered too dangerous to enter, even by miners. So why are those doors still closed? And why do explorers report they're locked from the inside? No one expected what happened after. In August 2004, Paris police traced signal interference beneath the city. What they discovered didn't resemble vandalism. It resembled organization. A fully operational cinema underground. A large projection screen. Multiple generators. A stocked bar. No trash. No graffiti. No signs of forced entry. Taped to a wall was a message. Do not try to find us. Police shut the site down. When they returned 2 days later, everything was gone, except one thing: a phone line, still active, still ringing. An internal memo later leaked one detail the public never saw. The power cables didn't lead back toward the city. They led deeper, into tunnels that don't appear on municipal infrastructure maps. So whoever built that cinema wasn't hiding. They were operating from somewhere already established, somewhere older. But the most unsettling evidence wasn't found underground. It was found in an archive. In 1896, an engineer named Hericat Devery created the most detailed subterranean map Paris had ever seen. His final draft was never published. Large regions were shaded and labeled only. Zone non-explored. Unexplored zone. Later versions removed these sections completely. No notes. No explanation. Just erased space. Modern ground-penetrating scans show something disturbing. Not collapse. Not solid rock. Voids. Large hollow regions beneath entire neighborhoods. Which leads to the question city officials avoid answering. What if Paris isn't resting on bedrock, but on something unfinished? The catacombs aren't about bones. That's just what they let you see. They're about obsession. About a species that refuses to leave anything untouched. Not even death. Not even darkness. Not even places that resist being understood. Because the catacombs were never meant to be explored the way they are now. They were meant to be sealed. Forgotten. Left to settle into silence. But humans don't accept silence. We catalog it. We map it. We enter it. Every skull down, there was once a person who believed they were done with the world. And yet, centuries later, strangers walk past them with cameras. Footsteps echoing where prayers once fell. That alone should tell us something. Every city shows you what it wants you to see above ground. The architecture. The order. The illusion of control. But what it hides below, that's where the compromises live. That's where mistakes are buried. That's where unfinished decisions are stored instead of resolved. And the catacombs feel unfinished. Not abandoned. Not closed. They talk about areas where the air changes suddenly, warmer, heavier, as if the stone itself is breathing. About markings that don't match any known quarry symbols. About corridors that appear in one visit and are gone the next. And here's a detail almost no one includes in documentaries. Several veteran explorers independently reported losing track of time. Underground, not hours, but entire nights, only to surface convinced they'd been below for minutes. Their watches still worked. Their cameras still recorded. But the timestamps didn't agree with each other. Officials blame stress. But stress doesn't rewrite metadata. And then there are the footsteps. Cataphiles report footsteps underground. Not behind them. Not ahead of them. Beside them. Footsteps that match their pace exactly. Step for step. Pause for pause. When they stop, the footsteps stop. When they turn suddenly, there's nothing there. Officials insist it's water, dripping, echoing, misleading the ear. But water doesn't adjust its rhythm. And it doesn't wait. Some explorers say the sound only starts after you've been underground too long. Others say it begins when you cross certain intersections, places where multiple tunnels converge. But no signs indicate direction. And a few, in rare private accounts, claim something worse. That the footsteps don't stop when they stop. They stop when the explorer thinks they've stopped. As if whatever is matching them isn't responding to movement, but to attention. That's why many cataphiles refuse to go alone. Because once you realize the tunnels aren't just beneath the city, but beneath your certainty, every step becomes a question. Thank you for watching until the end. If this mystery fascinated you, subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss the next journey. Because the truth doesn't sleep, neither should your curiosity.